Could be the next city to be federalized 2 weeks after President Trump declared a crime emergency in Washington, D.C. Daniel Monahan has more on that and other Trump administration updates.
President Trump suggested Sunday he's considering sending National Guard troops to Baltimore to combat what he called a crime disaster. Trump wrote on Truth Social, "If Maryland Governor Wes Moore needs help like California Governor Gavin Newsom did in L.A., I will send in the troops, which is being done in nearby D.C., and quickly clean up the crime." That message came after Moore told CNN, "The president should walk the streets of Maryland before making judgments." Trump responded, "I assume he is talking about out-of-control, crime-ridden Baltimore? As president, I would much prefer that he clean up this crime disaster before I go there for a walk." Governor Moore strongly opposed the idea, saying the cost is not sustainable, and also that the move would be unconstitutional. Trump also threatened to reconsider federal funding for rebuilding Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge, destroyed last year. He wrote on Truth Social, "I gave Wes Moore a lot of money to fix his demolished bridge. I will now have to rethink that decision." A recent U.S. News and World Report poll had Baltimore ranked the 4th most dangerous city in the country. Trump says other cities that could see National Guard troop deployment include Chicago and New York City. Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance defended Trump's actions in Washington. Appearing on NBC's Meet the Press, he said letting vagrants and armed robberies take over your city is a policy choice.
What President Trump is showing is that if you just empower local law enforcement to arrest and prosecute the bad guys, we can take back American streets. You, as a young family, whatever the color of your skin, you should not have to cross the street because there's a crazy person yelling at your children on the other side. You should not be worried that if you take your son out for a meal at 8 o'clock in the evening, an armed robber is going to assault your family.
Vance says the federal takeover of law enforcement in D.C. is showing Americans that they don't have to live the way they've been living.
Crime has dropped over 35% in the nation's capital in 10 days because of what Donald J. Trump has done.
So is that mission accomplished?
I think that there's so much more that we could do. Absolutely not. It's not mission accomplished. When you make such big progress in a matter of a week and a half, I think that you step on the gas and try to make D.C. even more safe.
Trump also targeted the Senate's blue slip tradition, which allows home state senators from the minority party to block U.S. attorney and district court nominees. He urged Senator Chuck Grassley to scrap what he called an old and outdated custom so his nominees can move forward. Trump wrote, "I have a constitutional right to appoint judges and U.S. attorneys, but that right has been completely taken away from me in states that have just one Democrat United States Senator." Grassley has the power to change the practice and did so in 2017 for circuit court nominees. Trump ally Alina Habba, nominated as U.S. Attorney in New Jersey, is among those now stalled. Daniel Monahan, NTD News.
Illegal immigrant Kilmar Abrego Garcia surrenders to authorities in Baltimore. He's facing possible efforts to deport him to Uganda.